Hello there guys, Joe here. Now I know quite a lot of you would have heard about this, but I'm going to bring this news to people who have not heard about this. This is my report on the derailment that happened early this morning, around 7 o'clock time, where the train derailed off the tracks at a tunnel near Watford Junction due to a flood landslide that came down the tracks and went on the tracks. That came down the hill and went on the tracks, as you can see just there. That's the landslide going onto the tracks, right there. And a 350 bound for London, which is London Midland, ploughed straight through all that rubble and came off the tracks in the tunnel. And just as it was coming off, a train bound for Birmingham New Street clipped it and damaged it quite bad. I've got a picture of that to show you in a minute. But let's. I can't make this video longer than 10 minutes because it won't up, because it will just stop as I've not bought the proper version yet, but I will do. Okay, I'll start reading this out to you now. As you can see, this picture here of the landslide going down the mountain onto the track, which is where the accident happened. 2 people were hurt when a train derailed near Watford Junction after torrential rain causes a landslide at the mouth of a tunnel. The 619 BST, I don't know what that stands for, service from Milton Keynes to London Euston, left the track at 7 o'clock, Network Rail said. Part of the train derailed and was clipped by another. The fire service helped evacuate almost 400 passengers. London Midland was warned that the delays will run into the weekend, with many services cancelled out of Euston. One traveller was treated for a neck injury, and the other was for chest pain. A Virgin train was sent to the scene to take the stranded passengers to Kings Langley, Hemel Hempstead and Milton Keynes. London Midland and Virgin services remain severely disrupted from the Midland and the northwest of Scotland. Here's the pictures right here of the landslide coming down the tunnel and going onto the tracks, but that's not the tracks are not actually on the video. But look, this looks like flour, doesn't it? It doesn't. It looks kind of like something like flour or snow. You can't tell that that's bad. That's rubble and stuff. That it just looks white and stuff. It's obviously, it could be water. I don't know. The landslip happened at the mouth of the tunnel. A Virgin train took standard passengers to Kings Langley. She's there. That's the Virgin that picked them up in the tunnel, so they obviously had to use lighting to do it. Early morning, passengers crowded the concourse at London Euston Station as train grounds to a halt. Landslip to blame. The accident happened at Hunton Bridge Tunnel near Watford Junction Station. More on this as it happens. Flash floods brings disruption to the parts of England. Live updates on flooding and storms across the country. British Transport Police were called on to the scene along with the East of England Ambulance Service and Hertfordshire Fire and Rescue Service. Hertfordshire Fire Service and officers who helped evacuate passengers counted 384 people on board the 2 trains. There's the Virgin Voyager in the tunnel picking up the passengers. I presume they would have had to use like steps or ramps or whatever they could use to get them on the train from the ground, as there was no platforms in tunnels, as you well know. Emergency services and engineers remain at the scene. Disruption. We would like to apologise for the disruption we are seeing across the rail network today. This is due to a suspected derailment outside Watford Junction. Some services have had to be suspended as a result. Please listen for announcements concerning specific services. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Passengers were told about the delays on the monitors and tannoy systems across the network. Jessica Long, a passenger on the derailed train, said the train hit something. It went up in the air a little bit and went off the tracks. Passenger stories. Jessica Long, a passenger on the derailed train, said the train hit something. It went up in the air and a little bit and went off the track. You could hear it going over the gravel. When we stopped, we checked everyone on the train was okay, and the next thing we knew, we got hit by another train, so we were absolutely panicking. The way the train driver reacted, like, the guys deserved an absolute medal because he did so well. He came straight on the tannoy to ask if we were all okay and tell us what was happening. Hats off to that guy. He was injured as well. There's the landslide going onto the tracks from the top of the top of the tunnel. Ian Saunders took this photo on board the Virgin train as it took standard passengers away from the tunnel. London Midland staff, fire crew and police had been grey, he said. Passenger Clive Todd was communicating into London from Hemel Hempstead on the same train where he heard an almighty noise. The train shuddered and came into a quick halt as it derailed. He said, Mr. Todd said, Mrs. Todd said that there was a few carriages away from where the train came off the tracks, but he could see part of it at a right angle. The experience was scary stuff, he said. Temporary light was set up to help to move passengers stranded in the tunnel. Jack Burgess was a passenger on the 6:34 London Euston Birmingham New Street train, which clipped the other derailed train. He said, around 7 a.m. we went through the tunnel near Watford and there was a really loud scraping noise against the side of the train that got louder and louder and then very loud thud, which made the train bounce up in the air and bounce up and down a bit. Then the train stopped and the driver got on the intercom, sounding very panicky. He kept telling everyone to stay in the seats. We were stationary for a few hours or so. I just got off the train at Milton Keynes. There's London there, and Milton Keynes is here. So that's where the accident was, where Watford Junction is, next to the bridge, which I presume is around here. There's Oxford, Swindon, London, Paddington, Euston, Kings. Yeah, that's where it happened. That's Euston there, King's Cross, Worcester, Shrub Hill, Birmingham, Coventry, Milton Keynes, etc. Yeah, there's not much more to say on this because I'll be going on for ages and ages, and I'll eat into time. But there's the landslide there. That's water, that is. So it took a lot of stuff down. As yesterday it was really hot, and then during the night it started thundering and lightning and heavy downpours and taking all the stuff down onto the tracks. But honestly, I think they should, not have stuff on hills near train tracks in order to prevent this. But there's lighting in that tunnel there, so it's obviously not a big one. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more on that. Here's the train times from about 7 o'clock. As you can see, most of it says cancelled, and you can see here, I'm going to demonstrate. This 7:19 train was supposed to leave, Watford Junction at 7:19, and it ended up leaving at 9:04. So that is quite nearly 2 hours late. Cancels, you've got a lot of cancellations here. Look at all these cancels. Cancel. That one's not very badly delayed. Northampton, Euston. It was only about 20 minutes late. That one is. That's not bad. Cancelled. All that was cancelled. All through the day. Have we still got cancelled trains at this time? Yep. A cancelled train at 21:41. So that would have been 9 minutes ago. Actually, no. That wasn't even 10 minutes ago. That one's cancelled. London Euston train. And these trains haven't left yet, so they can't be cancelled. But if you can see here at Watford Junction, trains were running all the way through the night and they didn't get cancelled. 4:11 on time, 5:11 on time. All these are on time, as you can see. 6:25, 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes late there. All these are cancelled. So yeah, and this is a picture of the train that got hit in the tunnel, as you can see. Shattered window, scraped paint. And there's the train actually in all that, so it must have done a lot of damage. You can see all these roots and stuff on the buffer. This train here actually looks surprisingly clean, even though that's the one that hit the train. But that's the back of it. As you can see, 352.64 is the train that took the impact and derailed, and 352.233 is the train that hit the other one. So in future, I'll be looking out for 352.64 and 352.33 on the tracks to see if it's actually back in service again. Next time I see this, I'll be saying that is the train that came off the tracks at Watford. So listen out for that. I thank you very much for watching this video and taking your time to listen to this and watch my share of this report. I know I'm not the only one I know there's a few people out there that might not have heard of this, but on the way to the first time I heard about this was on the way to close this morning, on the radio. We're on 9.5 minutes. I've got to end now, otherwise in 30 seconds it will go off itself. So this is it, and I will thank you for watching this. I will be uploading this now, and as I've said, I'll be looking out for this and that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.